upstairs sleeping. I was having a hard time sleeping. I was tossing and turning, and I didn't want to wake my wife up. So I'm gonna come down here and do an update on the VNS implant. It's been 2 weeks since the surgery. They haven't turned the device on yet. They're not going to turn it on until next week. Part of me wishes they were turning it on this week. But the insecure part of me that doesn't know what to expect, it's fine, I'll wait, you know. I've read and listened to a lot of people's stories, and surprisingly, people who've had the implant, surprisingly, the majority of them are very, very positive, very positive. There were some bad ones, and they sounded horrible. Sorry anybody had to go through that. But the majority, like I said, the majority of the ones I found were very positive. So I had that to look forward to next week. And I'm curious to see what happens when the device actually does what it does, as far as, like I said, when I saw people talking, and one of them, she said that hers shocks or zaps her 30 seconds every 5 minutes. That's interesting. You know, that's interesting. So I'm curious to see what that's like. Again, you know, next week. I got to see the scars. The scar right here wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. One on the neck, no, that one. It was ugly. I didn't like it. I didn't like that one. And my wife said, and she's right, she said it needs more time to heal. And I know, but it was definitely disappointing. So they said that after the surgery, they keep telling me things, you know, to look for, and might have to get used to, and that affects everybody differently. You know, like the device in the chest, feeling the device in the chest, stiffness, feeling what you got in your neck, the hoarse breathing, and like you might have something stuck in the back of your throat. Well, for me, I wouldn't describe it like that. I would describe it like I got two fingers. I got fingers inside my neck, you know. And they're squeezing and they're pinching and pushing, you know. And it hurts like somebody flicked you in the hands up or pushing real hard. But it's constant. And it doesn't hurt bad enough to where you go, help me, I'm in pain, you know. It's more like it's an uncomfortable distraction. That's how I'd word it. It's an uncomfortable distraction. But, you know, when they turn the device on next week, and, you know, and if I can have some of those same results that I read or listened to, you know, and if it works, and it helps get the epilepsy under control and the seizures, you know, stopping. There are stories where people said that they felt instantly different the day that they turned the device on, and their brain was clearer or more focused, you know. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stories. And I know what to expect. The doc told me most people you have to go in. I can't remember if it was once a week or once every 2 weeks to get it adjusted, until they can find the you know, device on the right setting for you. But they said most of them were very positive. And heck, if it could stop, you know, every one of those people where it stopped the seizures altogether. You know, and there's a lot of stories like that, so it could happen. It change everything. I mean, everything changes, you know, and there's so many more options open up, because that's what it's about. About getting the epilepsy and the seizures under control and all that, and stopping them. It's just, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, it may not be right away, but that's what's going to happen. It's going to work. You know, and you know, and if it works, who cares about the scars and the throat and the breathing and the hoarseness? Heck, the hoarseness just means I gotta talk less, and that do nothing but make my family happy. So that might not be such a bad thing. But I got some notes here because I want to respond to a couple emails I got. By the way, that's the coolest thing ever, getting emails for someone like me. That's just the coolest thing ever. But got the notes there. I remember it's horrible. It's goofy. One, he wanted to know, was I awake during the surgery? What was that like, but fortunately, I was not awake during it. I was out, and when you're out, I was out. I didn't wake up during surgery, so no stories like that. Now, I can tell you, before the surgery, I was very, very nervous. Tried to think of ways to get out of it, reasons not to do it. But my wife was in the room with me, she let that happen. And afterwards, I was out of it and medicated. It was definitely very sorry, but except very medicated. And then I was home the next day, so I was only there home. And so it's just not a lot to talk about there. And this one put a smile on my face. He says, "Come on, man, you gotta finish TBOT 5. And I know, you're right, and I am, and I will, promise. This year's been a little rougher. It's been different than previous years. Well, for the last 3-4 years, the seizures came in a very consistent pattern, a very 2 to 3 months. And if I was lucky, I might have one session where I might have made it to 3.5, but they were very consistent. And I would use the time in between the seizures, I would use the stories as a way to focus my thoughts, and clear my head and focus and zone in on something. And it helped deal with things. It gave me, it gave me purpose. It helped me, battle through it. But this year, it's been different. This year, since April, the grandma seizures have been occurring monthly, and they've been occurring like I said, every month between the dates of the 8th, 9th, like the 20th, that's when bills are, but no, and they were been very consistent, and it's just, to be honest, physically, mentally, physically, and spiritually draining. So my focus hasn't been there, but I will get it back, and maybe not tonight, but you never know. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll pull up the TBOT file document, and maybe it'll all be there. Maybe my thoughts and my vision will be clear, and I'll be able to, get something done. But when they turn this device on, like I said, it's going to work, and we're going to get a grip on it. We'll see how I'm going to try to do another update, probably the day or two before I go in and have the device turned on.